So we learned a little about the appreciative inquiry and how we will apply that to the coaching process. So the learning outcomes are the 5D cycle of the appreciative inquiry, appreciative inquiry questioning, and appreciative inquiry in coaching. Appreciative inquiry, AI, is a way to engage groups of people or a person in self-determined change. It focuses on what is working rather than on what is not working and leads people to co-designing their future. AI is based on positive inquiry. We've just learned what positive inquiry Martin Seligman and what he proposed. And we are now looking at appreciative inquiry now as a method to take our coaching processes ahead. The AI process. So the appreciative inquiry is called the 5D cycle. Okay. So there are 5 Ds in the cycle, starting with define. So what is the inquiry about? What is the status that you want to change to make it even better? Okay. So in our organization, there was a team that wanted to improve its performance. Not that the team was not performing well, but they wanted to go into a high performing team. So they wanted to decide that, yes, we need to up our performance level and we need to establish what are the key result areas which we need to up, because from a good performing team, they wanted to become a high performing team. Then discover what are the strengths, what is working, what have been our aha moments.
Sushma, I think there is some connection problem. Your video is getting stuck. Audio not clear to you. Yes. Yeah. So are you right now hearing Sushma?
No.
No, na? Okay.
No, sir.
Yeah. No problem. So I will continue. I think she will join back. So in a discovery phase, the first is, of course, means what the inquiry is about. So it's basically the definition phase there. Then you go for a phase of discovery, right? In the discovery, what you will discover? You will discover what is that is good, and you will appreciate the best in what it is, right? So the focus is on appreciating what good is. So the discovery is of the strengths, discovery is of the what is happening good. So this is the second step in the process. Okay, so whether my video is on, let me see. No. Okay, so this is a second process. The third is dreaming. The dreaming, wherein you will imagine what could be the future, what could be the best possible future. You are defining, then you are discovering your strengths. You are not only discovering, but you are appreciating your strengths. And then you are thinking, that is, what is the best possible dream I can have or a team can have. But okay, in this particular context, I will use the word I, but it is applicable for the team as well as applicable for the individuals, of course. So the best possible dream without any say restrictions of the mind, whether I will achieve it or no. What is the best possible dream? What you want, what you aspire, what you desire is the step number 3. Step number 4 is design. Right now, for example, you already have these strengths and you already have this particular desires. What is the design? How the design should be so that you will achieve that particular dream. So the everything is aspirational. Nothing is problem oriented. Everything is goal oriented, right? Everything is absolutely dream oriented. And then you create your own destiny. So this is 5D cycle. So then with this and can we create your own destiny? Yes, absolutely yes. Human mind has a power to create anything they strongly desire so. Of course, if we work in that particular right direction. So this is a very wonderful, simple process. You are defining the things, that is what exactly you are talking about. What is the inquiry? You are discovering your strengths. You are dreaming of best possible imaginable future. You are designing an action plan to achieve that future, and you are creating your own destiny. Right. So this is a appreciative inquiry process in short. Right. So is Sushma joined or no? Hello? Hello? Sushma is not there?
Can't see her in the list.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So I will share then PPT then. Okay, fine. So, okay, so this is a 5D cycle, right? Define, discover, dream, design, destiny. So I'm not saying that you will follow this exact process in your day-to-day coaching or in every coaching session. Understand the essence. Understand the essence. Of course, if you are into the OD practice, for example, Seema was asking me yesterday on the OD and all that. For the OD practice, you can absolutely follow this exact cycle. In a coaching, you take essence of this. You discover strengths in the coachee. You understand the dream of the coachee. You allow coachee to dream. You ask the question, that is, okay, what is the best possible future you want to have? What is your long-term objective, right? What is your life purpose? What is your dream? So you understand, and then you design the processes wherein the coachee can utilize his or her strengths to achieve his dream, and let the coachee create their own destiny. Yeah.
Sorry, I lost the signal.
Yeah. So, Sushma, I have explained this process. Now
Okay.
you can start with coaching with AI, because this is the crux, right? So,
Okay.
yeah. So right now I will run the presentation for you. So you please
Yeah.
continue from here. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we would be using basically the principle of seeking the best, seeking what is working, and seeking the strengths in the way we probe and question, in the way we discover. So it is going to be completely positive in the way we are going to take the entire process ahead. We are not going to delve on what is not working, what is, the weakness, as much as how can we take the strengths to escalate. So our probing is going to be using questions which are going to bring about the positives. So start with discovering the best attributes, strengths, and remembering past successes. So the coaches will get a strong sense of what they have already achieved in their life and when they're most productive. What is far more energizing and empowering is to start from where you're most productive. That is important. What have been the delightful moments? What have been the aha moments of you and your team if you're working with a team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should I start the video, Seema?
Yeah.
Sushma? Yeah.
In our management courses, we all teach that strengths perform. But what about this simple new idea that strengths do more than perform, they transform? So many companies, they think we'll do a low morale survey to document the low morale in order to create a high engagement and highly energetic and passionate company. And it's just not going to happen. Why? All the studies in the world of low morale will not tell us one thing about what creates the high engagement, high commitment work system. What Appreciative Inquiry is doing and the positive psychology work that's happening and research that's very sound, it's reversing that. It's staying, instead of 80% of our attention on what's wrong, what's broken, on depression and so on, that leading change is all about strengths. That's all. You know, it has nothing to do with weaknesses. When I talk with CEOs and executives in every industry today where there's just white knuckle change, where there's totally unexpected change, change for which most of these institutions and organizations are scarcely prepared and have no roadmap. So I think we're living in a time where where it's imperative to have an eye that can appreciate, an eye that can see and surface the true, the good, the better, the possible, everything that brings asset and strength to a system. So one very important part of appreciative inquiry is a set of theories and tools and research all about the elevation, concentration, connection, creating new combinations and chemistries of strengths in a way that builds more positive institutions that bring our highest human strengths to the customer, to the world, and so on. The Drucker School, I think, is a very, very fertile place for this kind of thinking, because Peter Drucker, he really did feel that management and business and the kind of management that he was talking about, that it is probably the most positive force in a society. We can't have a non-totalitarian society, for example, without freely and trustworthy institutions that are creating and following up on their word and creating value, and it's management and managers that do that. I sat down with Peter Drucker, and he wanted to hear about the theory and the practice of appreciative inquiry and the design of more positive institutions that we were working on. And at the end of the day, I said, but Peter, you've written more on management and leadership than anybody in history. You know, can you put it in a nutshell? What is the essence of management and leadership? And he said, David, that's simple and it's ageless in its essence. He said, the task of leadership is to create an alignment of strengths in ways that make a system's weaknesses irrelevant.
AI leverages strengths and successes to attain the desired state or goal. AI process, AI questioning, and application is in the AI in coaching.
Yeah, so basically today we have learned AI process, which is a 5D process. We have, of course, right now discussed on the AI questioning, what kind of AI questioning a coach can adopt in the coaching practice. And now we have to apply this AI into the coaching, for which Sushma will conduct a demo. Yes. So it's a 20-minute demo. After the demo, then we are going for a coaching practice, right? So now let me ask participants, we have two options because we have 45 minutes left. I'm sparing last 15 minutes for your reflection. I want each one of you to reflect on today's learning for 1 minute each. So I'm sparing 15 minutes for that. So we have left with the 30 minutes, right? So in a 30-minute, either we can have a 15-minute demo and the 15-minute breakout room practice session, or we can have 20-minute or 25-minute breakout room practice session, wherein you will be paired in one breakout room. One will be the coach, one will be the coachee, and me and Sushma will say visit each room just to observe. So now if you want to start demo right now, you type D into the box, and if you want to start a practice session now, you type P into the chat box. So if the D's are more, we will start with the demo. If the P's are more, we will start with the practice session. D's are more. Okay, so it is a clear majority of the D. So one volunteer from the participants for this particular appreciative inquiry based coaching session, and as Sushma has rightly said, we are not going to complete the entire process of the coaching in say 15 minutes time, but whatever she will ask questions, majorly, not all, majorly she will try to use the appreciative inquiry. Yes. Yeah. So who wants to be okay? So there are two hands. One is Nikunj and one is Mary. Let Sushma choose.
I'm okay with either. Nikunj is fine. I mean, I'm okay with either really, but I have to choose one. So therefore.
Okay.
So it's a 15-minute demo. It's really small. So time is very small. So the focus will be on the questioning. positive questioning, AI question.
Nikunj, you have to start your video. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, hi, good afternoon, ma'am.
Hello, Nikunj.
so,
I can't see you. I can't see him.
Wait.
Yeah.
So I will.
Yeah.
He's on the spotlight. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Please start.
Hello, Nikunj.
Hi, madam.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's a lag actually. I think. Okay. So happy to connect with you on the coaching session.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah. So as I start the session, I'd like to start stating that whatever we discuss today will be confidential between you and me, and it will remain so. Okay. So I would like to now
Right.
move into the coaching. What is it that you'd like to discuss today?
Yeah. So, madam, I don't know why I am working in a corporate like since last 12 years, but and there is something like fear in me when it comes to dealing with higher management, top level management.
Okay.
So I have grown from a lower level management to mid level management now. The fear has come down, but that fear is still there in me. And sometimes because of this fear, I am not able to put my point forward. And then later on, I repent that I should have contributed, but I somehow missed it. So
Mhm.
what should I do in such cases? How can I come out of this fear?
Okay. So what is it that you would like to define as the goal for the session today? Would you like to just...
I want to eliminate the fear in me to and to put forward my point in front of higher management, or basically in front of a team. How should I how to eliminate the fear?
So now eliminating fear is a very large topic or spectrum. So is it in certain
Okay.
areas that while having it... I can't hear anything. Nikunj, I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm not
I
able
am
to.
able to hear you, madam.
No, Sushma, there is just lag. So you don't have to see his body language. You have
Huh.
to focus because the body language is either prior or after he talks. So this is the
Yeah,
problem.
but you know, I'm just not able to hear. I'm only seeing his lip movement.
Okay, so Nikunj,
Yeah, I
I'll
think
tell
that's
you
the same
something.
thing.
When the dialogues were coming, we could hear the audio, we could hear, but his lips were not moving. So
okay.
there is a lag.
Also,
But now,
no.
now we
Nikunj,
can't even hear Nikunj actually. I mean, we can hear you, Hemant,
Yeah,
and Sushma.
Yeah.
Okay. I am able to hear everyone. I don't know why is that.
Okay, so please continue. I am stopping your video. Please continue with the conversation. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Madam, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah. So, madam, as I was telling you, so basically, I'm looking to how can I eliminate the fear of dealing with higher management, especially in a group discussion. I am having a fear of putting my point in front of them, and
Yeah.
later on, I repent that I should have contributed, but because of this fear that what they would say, or what if they would not like what I'm putting as a point. So
Yeah.
because of that fear, I am not putting up my point. How should I come out with that fear?
Okay. So could you share a little more about your job? And
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. So I am in a manufacturing sector,
Yeah.
basically, and I look after the operations of the factory, complete factory, day in day out operations, manufacturing, quality, logistics, all part of it. And I sit in Hyderabad, and my head office is in Calcutta, where all my top management sits. So this is what is the thing.
Okay. And how
Anything
long?
specific you want to? Yeah.
No, I just
Since
like
last
to
12
know.
years, I am, since last 12 years, I am working.
Huh.
And as I told you, I have grown from a lower management role to a upper mid-level management role.
Yeah.
And that is why, so I started my journey as a assistant engineer, and right now I am heading a factory.
Okay. So I can see that you have grown a lot in the last 12 years because you were earlier in a junior position and now you moved into mid-management position. And handling the operations is a lot of responsibility. So I can
Yeah.
see that you've achieved a lot of growth in the last 12 years.
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
yeah. So it's in these last 12 years, you've grown, you would have experienced areas of your successes, areas that
Yes.
have enabled you to grow. So could you share a little more about that?
Yeah. So I personally feel I am very much focused and dedicated to my work.
Okay.
And whatever are the I always get the clarity of the expectations that my bosses have from me,
Yeah.
and I am always onto the toes to make sure that whatever are the expectations I deliver it to them. In fact,
Okay.
I don't have a habit of saying that this won't happen, but yes, I definitely go back saying that if I need to do this, I will need this particular support. So
Okay.
I feel that this is something which has helped me to achieve my targets and keep growing till now.
Okay. And as a person, what are the support that you're seeking in your workspace that has helped you?
So support in terms of requirement of resources,
Yeah.
some budget requirement.
Yeah.
So this type of supports is what I seek for, and timeline that I would need to complete a project.
Yeah. Could you share a little more on how you get your budget for support?
Yeah. So I have a habit that whatever I'm working on, I make a note that what I want to achieve, that
Yeah.
particular objective is how it is aligned with the company's goals.
Okay.
And I also put out like what are the benefits that company will achieve out of doing that particular project, and hence why company needs to invest into that project. So I by putting up my justification in a proper manner, I am able to convince the management to take the project forward.
So you come across as a very committed person and somebody who's very focused.
Yes,
Yeah. And with these,
but
yeah.
yeah.
Yes. Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, but as I said that I have a fear to deal with the higher management, especially in meetings where there are group of people, and I can what I have got a feedback also from my bosses is like, though you are good in your work,
Yeah.
but people don't have that confidence in you because I generally don't speak out into the meetings,
Yeah.
and because of the fear that what others will think, I don't do that. I am good at my work, but when it comes to giving the confidence to the higher management
Yeah.
that this guy can be rewarded with more higher responsibilities or something, it
Mm-hmm.
comes up that people lack that confidence in me because I don't speak out. But it is a fear in me that what they will think about me, and somewhere I don't do it. And
Yeah.
later on, I repent, and this has also come out as a feedback to me from my immediate bosses. So,
Yeah. So you seem to be a person with multiple strengths because you said you're very goal oriented. You look at the benefits, you look at the justification to the management. So when you enter a team meeting, could you share how you prepare yourself for the team meeting given so many strengths?
so I am talking about the meetings wherein the meetings are at a general level where
Yeah.
all the head of the departments are supposed to contribute
Yeah.
in terms of companies, what companies' goal should be or how companies should look forward
Yeah.
So in such meetings, I am not putting my points forward. Though I would send it to my boss
Yeah.
separately, but
Yeah.
I'm not able to put those points forward.
Okay. So what is it that is preventing you from putting forth, given the fact that you have grown so much, given the fact that you have multiple strengths that have helped you grow,
So
and also given the
I
fact
feel
that the
that
boss has so much confidence in your work in itself?
my immediate bosses have for
Yeah.
sure, but the bosses with whom I have not worked, they
Yeah.
don't have that confidence. So
Yeah.
as I told you, madam, that when it comes to one-to-one interaction with my own boss, I am
Yeah.
able to do it in a very easy manner.
Yes.
But when it comes to a point where all people HOD level are required to contribute,
Hmm.
there wherein I am lacking and I am not able to put my point forward.
Hmm.
And what happens is, like in a meeting, if suppose I put a point and then someone puts a point saying that this point is not good or something, then it again puts me more back and saying that, okay, then better I keep myself quiet.
Hmm.
So it is a fear. I don't know how to overcome this particular fear, because
Yeah.
I somewhere feel it is very, very important, because to showcase the strengths are equally important to all other people. I'm not able to do it because
Yeah.
of the fear.
So, Nikunj, what I'd like you to share with me is, have there been incidents in the past where you have been fearful of anything and you've overcome that fear and you have, been able to make your point? Can you think of any instances in the past where it may not be with your senior managers, but it could be with any other
Yeah.
group where you had an experience of an initial fear, because we all do. And then how did you overcome that fear and you were able to make a success of what you wanted to assert? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm just
Yeah.
thinking of it because,
Yes. Please
as I
reflect.
told
Yeah.
you,
Please
yeah,
reflect. Yeah.
I am not able to, because when it comes to this group level meetings, I'm not able to contribute.
Okay, not with your senior people, but with any other group, have you experienced that you felt a fear initially and you've been able to overcome it?
Yeah, so like when I am giving a presentation, say
Yeah,
to my team,
yeah,
even to a larger team, yeah, initial level there will be some fear, but once I start and I'm into the flow of presentation, I am able to take through everyone through the presentation smoothly without any
right,
issues.
right. So
So
what has helped you overcome the fear to make the presentations in that flow?
it is when it is like it's mandatory. I don't have any other option, but I
Hmm,
have to do it.
hmm.
It has
But,
made me to give the presentation.
but in
So
terms of your
it is
preparation for
something
the prep.
do or die moment.
Hmm,
Yeah, I have to do it when that is the situation.
hmm.
I go ahead and do it,
But your
even with that
presentations
fear.
have been good. So in terms of your
Yes,
preparation for the presentation, everybody has a slight level of hesitancy when we need to make a presentation. But in terms of your preparation
yeah,
for the presentation, and once you get on with it, can you just elaborate a
yes.
little more on what are the strengths that have helped you make that good presentation, that have helped you overcome that initial fear?
So, yeah, I have complete clarity on what I want exactly from my audience, like what they need to understand and what I need to deliver.
Yeah,
That clarity is there to me
yeah.
when I have to give the presentation, and that is what helps me to. Once I start the presentation, yes, there is some amount of fear, but as I get into the flow of presentation, I become very, very comfortable when I'm able to answer the questions of the like my team, and I'm able to satisfy their doubts. So that
Okay.
gives the confidence.
Okay. And
It's
with the,
basically lack of yeah.
hmm. Yeah, so I can't hear you, please.
Yeah, I can hear you, madam.
Yeah. So the senior people with whom you feel a little hesitancy when you're making a presentation or you need to make a point,
Yeah.
other than in these situations, can you think of areas where you have gained appreciation from them in these 12 years of growth from junior to mid management?
Yeah, so I had an opportunity to work in head office,
Okay.
and I had to make the presentation to the CEO of the
Yeah.
company.
Okay.
And yeah, so again, it was a do or die situation. And
Okay.
initially I had fear, but
Yeah.
then once I started my presentation and I was able to take the presentation smoothly,
Yeah.
my CEO had the confidence, required confidence on me.
And you got
So
the
yeah,
appreciation from him?
yes, yeah. I got the appreciation. So my
Yeah.
only problem is I'm not able to start. I know once I will be able to put my point forward,
Hmm.
there won't be a problem. But there is a fear that what the other person will say, and that fear stops me whenever it is a big group and the meeting requires discussion and people to put their points forward.
Hmm.
That is when I'm not able to do it. I keep quiet
Hmm. So in
because it is not
smaller
like a
groups,
do or die situation.
in I understand. So in smaller groups, when you have worked even with senior people, you have said you have got
Yes,
appreciation.
yes.
So can you elaborate a little more on some of these moments that have been, a little joyous for you, even in small groups, but with the senior team?
Yeah. So presentations are something are a part of my profile because new projects, new things keeps coming up. So there was a competition, and into that competition, again the senior management had come into the factory, and I was supposed to take them through all the projects that the factory had done,
Yeah.
and we received immense amount of appreciation for that. So the thing
Excellent.
is, madam, when it comes to once breaking that ice with those people,
Yeah.
then it becomes easy for me.
Yeah.
But suppose what happens, like say above CEO,
Yeah.
now there is a FMCG president of the company,
Yeah.
now with whom I have never spoken with.
Yeah.
So when it comes to that level management,
Yeah.
so as I go above, so I now know people till CEO, so I don't have any problem, I can go ahead and talk with them.
Yeah.
But the people to whom I don't know,
Yeah.
like, or I have not interacted with them in past,
Yeah.
so I am not able to then put my point forward
Yeah.
in those cases.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now that you have shared with us multiple strengths, multiple areas which you're getting appreciation and which has led you to your growth, and you mentioned that it's the initial ice breaking that you find it difficult
Yes.
once you're over that.
Yes.
So could you
Yes.
think of various ways that you could really look into the ice breaking, share a little more on the ice breaking aspect?
Ice breaking. I think I need to work on the aspect, like what others will say, or what if my point is not correct. I should forego that particular thought from my mind. And I think if I do that, then things will become easy for me.
Easier for
And
you?
even if someone, yeah, that
Yeah,
is my fear. So,
good. So,
and
Sushma,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I think we can conclude this for the time management, but it
Okay.
went wonderfully well. And
Okay.
all questioning was absolutely focusing on
right.
appreciative inquiry 100%.
Yeah.
And also at the end, uh, that because of that particular discovery and increasing awareness, Hikunj was on the verge of coming to a solution, and he proposed that particular solution, what he want to do. So fantastic session. Thank you. So please consider this particular
Yeah.
session, and now I am going to go for the breakout rooms.